All right. Well, hey everybody. I'm trying out something new. I had to do some adjustments, so I don't know if it's going to pan out right or not. So you didn't do anything, Rosemary. You didn't do anything. At least I don't think you did. Anyways, so I got things set up differently yet again. So I don't know if you can see me up here on the upper right because I'm on my big screen. I'm a little washed out. But it seems to be okay when I look at it on the OBS. So I don't know. It seems to look all right on the tablet. Okay, I know I got this weird delay thing going on. And so I don't have a lot of light shining on me. Okay. This is 16 by 20. Canvas panel board. All right. I meant to start this yesterday, but things are happening and going on. Not necessarily bad, but it just wasn't the right time to start this. And this is actually, if you go on my Facebook page, I think this is the last thing that was posted. An Oriental woman from England. This is her dog. She's from Canada. So she's Oriental, raised in England, moved to Canada, and is married to a Persian guy. So talk about a family tree mix. There you go. She recently celebrated her 60th birthday, and she looks like she's 33. Not a wrinkle on her. Just odd. Wonderful genetics, I guess. Anyway, the dog, to which if you guys want to see what the dog looks like, I'll show you. I'll show you what she looks like. She's cute. Or he. I don't know if it's a she or he. But anyway, that's the mutt, or the dog. The barking rat. Very, very well kept, very well groomed. This dog is incredibly spoiled, as they should be, I would suppose. Okay. But as you can see, it's the same pose. All right, just obviously on the board it's a little larger. Okay, and yes, the dog does have a round Waterloo head. At least that's the way it looks like in the picture. Got that little tiny body and they got that melon head. All right, but that is the puppy. Okay, that's the dog. All right. Yeah, it is a certain breed of dog. She did tell me. But I still chalk it up under ankle biting, barking rat. Just fluffier. Okay. But I will presume it's a very sweet dog. Like I say, very spoiled, pampered, and all of that. And you can see it's the same pose. All right. Now, how did I put this on the board? Okay. Well, I'll show you guys this. Now remember, I got everything a little differently because I'm using two separate screens. Okay. Hey Crunchberry, how are you? I'm looking at you guys from two different spots for the text because I got another monitor hooked up to my computer. And like I said, I had to redo things, redo the video. So hopefully the video comes out okay. I don't know yet. I do presume you guys hear me very well. All right. Because I'm pretty sure you guys will let me know if you can't hear Jack. So, but I want to show you guys this app I have. Here it is. Okay. I'll show it to you right somewhere. I'll put it right there. Oh man, I don't have the picture on here, so I cannot show you. I thought I had the dog's picture in here. I must have deleted it, but that's no big deal. I can bring it back, so bear with me. I tend to do that once I have a picture already put somewhere else. I don't really keep it on the iPhone at all, but I have to I have to save it all over again. But here's the dog. I'll save the photo. I'm gonna show you guys how I did this. Okay, I'll put it on classic mode. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, this is DaVinci, whatever it is, DaVinci something or other. Anyway, I put it on. I'll show it to you down here. Here's the dog. Okay, now if you can see, if you notice, you see the cup underneath. See the cup? And now you see the cup again. See that? Okay. Now, if I was wise, I would show it to you on the bigger screen. So let me flip this around. It would make more sense. Oh, I did it wrong. That's not what I wanted. I had to flip it around from here. There. Okay. Now you guys can see. Now, this way. All right. Now you can see the cup right below it there. You see how it'd be able to trace on? And that's all I use. I can blow it up, shrink it. I can do the opacity, stronger or lighter. Okay. That's basically what it does. All right. Let's flip that back. So, there. The dog, I would put it the farther away I have it from the canvas. Actually, you can see the canvas. All right, now you can see exactly what I'm talking about. I know there's a glare from one of the lights there, but you can see it there. So I will put this on a stand and you can, well, you can't see it. If I put it down there, you would see my finger. Oh, yes you can, there it is. See, you can see my fingers. So I can put it on a stand, keep it there, right? And then I just look and I just trace the whole animal there to whatever size I want. Further back, smaller, it'll fit on there. So it will be about that size from my vantage point where I'm looking at. That's where it is. All right, but that's the program that I use. Okay. Now some people would call it cheating. Could I have done it freehand? Sure. I mean, you know, it's only a little white dog. I could have done it in about, I don't know, 30 minutes or so to get everything perfect. Sure. But it's much quicker to do it this way, especially if it's, you know, time is of the essence or whatnot. It's just quicker to do the outline and put in the key elements of the dog, and then you go from there. But that's how I did it. Okay, just colored it black, took a white pencil, did the tracing, and there you go. And that's exactly how I've done that. Okay. Hey, how are you? Oswina. I'm just reading some of the chat. Rosemary, I can understand. I had my dog for 15 years, and you know, when it came time for him to pass, yeah, it was crazy. Like I said, I had 15 years of my life with that dog, you know. That's the first and only dog I believe I had since a baby till it passed. And that breed of dog I had should have lived to be only 8, but he lived to be 15. And I think it was because it was a mongrel, a mixed breed, and he was a little more hardy than your standard breeds, so he lasted a whole lot longer. And plus, you know, spoiled him, fed him right, and all that stuff. So I can understand that. So I was asked a few years ago by her best friend to paint the dog. Then I didn't hear nothing from them. So ironically, the owner of the dog seen my post about subjects to paint, and hers was the very last one there. Okay. So I'm actually doing the animal for her. Yeah. You know, it's her choice whether she wants to buy it or not. But I wanted to at least do an animal portrait. At least show you guys examples of that, since I'm doing these more in-depth type videos. So, yeah. Now, as you can see, it's very reflective and very shiny. Okay. It's a tape I don't normally use for this. It's just box tape. Okay. I don't normally use this type of tape. Yes, it will block out everything. Sure. It's very sticky. Yes. But it's really not the type of tape you use for it because it tears very easily. Okay. So you'll see the nightmare I'm going to go through when it comes to peeling this stuff off off the dog. But nothing's going to really leak through. I can put as much glycerin or whatever I want on it. It's just going to bubble. It will paint and glycerin will not dry very well on this, so it's going to be it's going to be a mess. And also, it's also the challenge of painting a pure white dog. Okay, the only thing that got any color to this animal is his nose, mouth, and eyes. Of course, all the rest is different variations of white, which in turn will be different variations of more than likely gray. Okay, so why do I have the animal masked? It's really, I'm going to do a background of some sort on this animal. Like I say, it's the portrait of a dog, and I want to choose some kind of, it's white, so I really don't want to use a plain black background for the animal. I'll try to get something kind of interesting, but not to where it overshadows the dog. So I was thinking about some nice swirly smoke type stuff or whatever. I could even sneak in flower or two or something in there. I'll give it a surface for it to be on. It'll come back as a picture, and then it'll come back as the regular camera. For those who aren't familiar of what it's doing, every 30 minutes, it's going to do that. Okay, then it comes back. All right. So some kind of background back here to deepen it or whatever. So we're going to attack a few subjects at a time for this. Hey, Sugar Plum, how are you? Good to see you. All right. And let me talk about this setup I got here. You guys can't really see it unless I probably do this. Let's lift it up. All right, there's OBS. Okay. And if I can turn it without tearing it up, and I think I'll end up tearing it up. Because I don't think I can turn, I got it locked pretty good. Let me just loosen this. There. Okay. You turn over here, but past the coffee cup. There's the new computer right there. Down below the new computer is, well, the garbage pail. Oh, there it is. You guys don't see it very well, but it's right there. Is actually the mouse is sitting right on top of my webcaster. So that's the webcaster over there. The mouse is sitting on top of it. All right, that's the actual computer, and you guys' chat is actually on that computer screen. And earlier today, I hooked the my larger curved screen. It's about an 18 or 19-inch screen. I think it's a 19-inch screen right there. Yeah, it's a curved screen. Okay, well, that's what I got going on there. Let me angle this back. I think it's this way to tighten it up. Let's aim this right back down here like so. All right, I think we got it. You know what? I don't have to have it super tight like that. Maybe I might want to move it around. No, I'll just loosen it. I'll just keep it like that. I think we're good right there. Okay, so that's what I got going on. Like I said, I had to do some adjustments to get it to go on the other screen, and so it's not going directly. My HDMI from the back of the monitor, it's not going directly into the PC. It's going into a USB hub, which has an HDMI out for it. So, but that's how I'm doing it, and it's a little easier for me, and I can type to you guys in real time. You know, so if you guys ask me a direct question, I can just type to you guys like that while I'm talking to you, if I need to do so. All right. Okay. I really don't. I had the picture there. I don't really need the picture there because I can put the picture on my other phone, so I can just put that right there. All right. So once again, I'm hoping everything's running all right. I believe it is. Hey, Madonna, how are you? Okay. It keeps going on top chat. I don't like that. I don't know why it keeps going on top chat like that. Have I seen any bulls today? Actually, yes, I have. Any cute little gag pictures and stuff like that, I usually would I would save them. I usually send them to my brother. We send each other stupid things. And yes, I actually did see a bull. It was a Highlander bull. As a matter of fact, the kind that Oswina painted. And it had a nice little saying about Monday, which was cute because the bull had his head peeking sideways past the door of the barn looking goofy. So I thought that was kind of cute. But I do not see the bulls the way Bree and Mo see them. I'll save that for the professionals, I suppose. Okay, I didn't get any paint on the board because I wanted to explain how I did this to you. The app is free, actually. And as long as I have numerous camera stands, and I got the attachment for a cell phone. And for those of you who want to do portraits or animals and you can't really paint them by hand, this is the way you do it. Okay. All right. Once again, it's a giant time saver. It really is. All right. Does it mean you're cheating? Not necessarily. Traditionalists may frown upon it, because I used to frown upon it, but I really don't have the patience like that. So it is quicker for me to do it this way. Okay. All right. With all of that said, let's get to getting. I'm thinking of maybe I can do the swirls, but I think I want a neutral color mixed with the black. So I guess we'll mix neutral colors, guys. Why the hell not? I am going to put a wee bit of glycerin down. We'll just do it this way. So right now we'll just concentrate on the background. Okay. I'll take my 2-inch brush. Like I say, the glycerin isn't seeping through this. There's nothing going through all of this. All right. But it will make a bubbled up mess. That's no lie. And we'll pop the glycerin out. Now I'm not going to deliberately try to soak the dog in this stuff. It may happen. You may get some of the edges, but that's okay. Now, since I am on a canvas panel and not necessarily on on watercolor paper or anything. One, you can be a little rough with the applying this stuff because you just want it on thin to begin with. And as you see, it's very reflective, so you can see me put it on here because it shines. Okay, quite reflective, this stuff. All right. Now, if the lady chooses to purchase this, she may have to make her husband a very special dinner or something, because this sucker is going to cost. Shipping by itself is going to be damn near $40 to send something this size to her. I know, it's crazy, but that's Canada for you. All right. Now you guys can either look at my face or we can just pump this up full size. Up to you. So let me know in the chat. It gives you guys something to do. I'll make you guys talk to me. I'm thinking on what color gray I want to add for this. I can go purple and yellow. That would make it pretty interesting. Let's try that out anyway. So let's get a little purple over here. Let's get a bit of its opposite color. All right. And we'll mess with a touch of titanium white. All right, we'll spread the colors out. You guys don't see that titanium white unless I raise up the camera a touch. There it is. All right. Let us use. You guys gonna have to excuse me. Someone's knocking on the door, and she can't hear it in the back. I'll be back. Well, you guys can take a station break because I got to help somebody jump a car in the driveway. So I shall return. This might take a little bit of a while. All right, so I'll put it on the station break here. All right, sorry about that. I don't think I need anything else here. Okay, sorry about that. All right, where were we? Oh yes, let's mix some gray. Ooh, that's going to hurt. Oh, Sweena. All right, let's mix some paint here. I'll use the bigger brush. Okay, we're gonna go into our, you guys should be able to see it. It's bright enough. Get a little bit of purple here. Get a little bit of yellow, two opposites. They're gonna brown each other out, just like that. Okay. You get to see what's going on. Then you take some white, you make a nice warm gray out of it. Just like that. Okay. So we're gonna take this glob of gray. We're gonna come over here to the board. I'll go right from the puppy's head, just like this. Come here, do something like that, put it in there like this, come out here, like that. So let's try that out, and we'll pop something in there like this. All right, so this is the start of a, hey, Larry, I told the crew and showed them what I've done to redo my my little workstation. And then I'll take a very soft brush like so, and we're gonna stir it around like this. Get some interesting cloudy grayish patterns going with it. And I'm just gonna make the little swirls. Like that, get it in there. And I'll be fine tuning all of this. Now there's glycerin on the black area here. And we're gonna get all sorts of different little shades and whatnot happening with it. Just little interesting doodads going on. I keep playing with it here. A lot of my misty, smoky stuff start out just like this. Just like that. We're going to take a wee bit of, we'll take a little bit of white. We'll pull the white out a little bit. And we'll play around with some things like this. Just like that. Whisk it around here and there. Get some things like that going. Once again, it's just some glycerin, some purple, yellow, make a nice gray, purple, yellow, and white. There. Okay, we'll leave it like that. And I'm going to take one of my Hake brushes, And let's clean this brush off too. We're gonna softly blend all of that together. Okay. You can get away with doing all of that while the paint is. Okay, no problem, Larry. I'm gonna keep it down there. I just dropped it. All right, we're gonna come here and we're going to softly blend all that. Now this is canvas, so you can really work this in there to soften it all up. And because it's a soft brush, okay, you're not gonna get rid of all of what you laid down like in there, but you can soften it right up. The glycerin will start to dry. It depends on the temperature of your room also. And I kind of wanted a little smoky, glazy thing going on with it, so we're good. Still see bits of black, but it just gives me a little interesting background. Like that. So I don't know if you guys can like really see past the past all of that, but I'm really concentrating on what is going on here. That's all. All right. And I really hope that your operation is very successful. I think I know what I would like to put down here, and I think we can get away with it. And I believe I have to come up off the chair and get my brush that I just knocked down on the floor. So inconvenient, especially when your floor is 4 feet off the ground when you're sitting on this tall chair. Okay. Let's bring that back. I would like to take a touch of purple. We'll put it in here. We'll mix it in with this gray color. I think we'll work with this. Let's see if we can pull this off. Now, since we don't have a floor in general, all right, what I'm going to do is I'll just create one right about here. I'll just kind of mark it off a little bit. Right about here, maybe. And we're going to take some of our strokes. Turn the brush around a little bit. And try to make perspective real quick here. So it'll be perspective like wood grain stuff happening right in here. I'm doing it freehand, so I'm creating my own vantage point. And you'll see in a second what I'm trying to lead at here. So the stroke marks are deliberate and on purpose. It just gives the pooch something to sit on there, more or less. So we'll do it just like that. Okay. Okay. Is there anybody still here? You guys holler at me. Yell at me, cuss me out, do something. Let me know you're still around. Okay. I'm gonna very lightly fade out those streak marks where I made the little wood impressions, or the horizon line. Wanted to fade out a little bit. We're gonna capitalize on this right now. All right. Just take a little touch of red. Put the red here. All right. Oh, so we done. All right, son. Okay. We're gonna get a nice flat brush. We're gonna go into our purple here. What's left of it? Put it right there. A little bit of red in there. Sometimes I gotta remind myself purple is not dark blue. It's a mixture of red and blue. So when I put the red in there, it's gonna take the characteristics of more red. That's what I wanted. Okay. We're gonna pull this toward me. Well, we'll just do it this way. I'm gonna come, we'll do it here. Real flat. Like that. Probably want a little flatter right here. You see what I'm doing here? Create my own perspective. And this is really all by eye. Like so. All right. So you got the appearance of a wood grain floor. Okay. That quick. All right. Hey, Linda. It matters. How are you? Where are you? I'm trying to see where you are. Because if your name went there and scrolled up, I would have never known you were here. Oh, there you are. Yes, it matters. It's on there. And yes, you have been getting good comments on it. It's really too bad you don't have the social media. You can be on it and not be, and not post or anything. Many people have YouTube, but they don't post any content. But it doesn't cost anything to have YouTube, So, yeah, it's on there. Told you I put it on there. Okay, while we're having our little fun, let's take some water. Let's go into this dark mix. If I have enough of it, I should. And we're going to get some wood grain going with the floor. Okay. Let's make sure I got enough. It may or may not be enough. We'll see right now. I don't think it will be, but we'll give it a shot. We're just going to get some nice little patterns, real thin. I don't think that's enough. I have to darken it up a touch. So we're just going to get some more maroon made up here. A little thicker, a little darker. We got the blue, we got the red. Get some water. We'll water it up a little bit. Looks like I might have to add a little more blue to it. No problem. If it gets to the point where it might get a little dark, just let me know. Okay? Just let me know. All right. And we'll put like some wood grains in here. Just like that. The key to your wood grain is make them dark enough, but you can't make it as thick as the slats. Okay. At least try not to. And if you end up doing that, there's ways to fix that too. All right. Hey Gretchen, I enjoyed your book reads and all that good stuff. I didn't catch how you send art to your email. Um, I think you did an artistic show and tell or something of that sort. I'm one of the newbies, so I don't know, but if well, here, I'll make it easy for you. Hold on. Something tells me I just messed up. Yeah, I did. I don't know how I messed that up. For some reason, it won't send it. I don't know what happened. Well, the thing is, I don't have your email, Gretchen. I tried to send it through this, it wouldn't let me. So let's try it this way. Send me your email through that. I should be able to send. But I did watch the whole thing. Just wanted to let you know. I was there for the whole deal. I had you on the big screen there. And what I'm doing right now, if my head isn't in the way, is that I'm just putting some wood grain in here. So I'm going to concentrate on the background right now before we do anything with the old puppy here. For those of you who popped in, this dog is from Canada. If you've been on my Facebook page, this is the last post that was on there. Her name is Jackie Amshad. Beautiful little dog. It is a senior dog, believe it or not. She takes extremely good care of it. All right. Fur baby to the nth degree. This dog. Okay. And I know her. I'm good friends with one of the group of there are a group of ladies that are like lifers or friends, and they have their gatherings and get-togethers and celebrate birthdays and all of that. So I know that I've been asked a few years ago to do a portrait of this here dog, and I never had anything else come of it. So it's ironic that she herself had asked. So, and since this is an instruction series, and I want to do a bunch of paintings that I can take my time and explain. An animal portrait is something you haven't really seen me do. So, good time as any to do it. It's a good subject. It's something a little different than, flowers and mountains and whatnot. I've done animals in watercolor, pen and ink, and stuff. Every once in a while, Facebook will post one of my pen and inks on the memory thing there. And if I feel like showing it, then I'll show it. I already see right now that this is gonna bother me. I got a ruler that's hooked, and it's right in the path of my where I get the paints and stuff. And I don't mean to do it, but I just hit the side of this thing repeatedly, so it's not in a good spot. Oh boy. And I mashed it with paint pretty good a couple times. Damn it. Oh, brother. It's hard to try to find spots to put things, especially when I use them a lot. I have to put it like high enough to where I don't keep hitting the thing. Because once it's very distracting, it surprises the heck out of me when I do it. All right. So we got our wood grain going on, all right? Okay. So it's there, but you still don't see. Now you really don't see the slats that well. But we're gonna do something about that right now. I'll take some white, put it in with this dark mix. Okay. We'll thin it out like that. And we'll just highlight it a little bit. And all I need really is a thin enough line. Make it as straight as possible. We'll highlight where the lines are on this. If it's not bright enough, to which I don't think it is, we'll give it a shot. We'll see. If it's not bright enough, we can always fix that. It might be. It might be somewhat bright enough. Once again, all I need is one line to separate the wood slats. But I don't need it overly bright to take away from the brightness of the dog once we get there. I think that should be good. You see it enough. All right, so you pretty much see where the wood slats are. Like I say, I really don't want it to be too bright. And if I feel it needs it, then I'll add more but I don't think it does at this point in time. Oh yeah, Josuino did do a wonderful owl with his 8 million feathers. But she did her thing with it. She definitely did. But she does that with most of her paintings. They're extremely detailed. It takes a while. Okay. Okay, so let me know. So far, oh, yeah, so far pretty cool with the floor so far. As you guys can see, as the paint starts to set and whatnot, you can see the misty, smoky quality. All right, which is also obviously compounded with the dark background. Okay, and it's a warm gray. Is what you're looking at. That's what you're seeing. I should have did that. Let me stop playing in there. Okay, and you know what? Once again, that is what you see. All right, that's happening with it. Now, once again, this dog is completely white. No, no, no. This puppy is an Oriental woman who was born in England who moved to Canada. She's 60 years old. She looks 33. And she's married to a Persian husband. So she has a Persian last name. She's Oriental with an English accent. How's that for a family tree? Yeah. Um, yeah. So this is her dog. I was asked to paint it a few years back by one of her friends, but I think they did something else instead. And so it's ironic a few years later, she asked me herself because I gave on Facebook, I had asked people to give me some subjects to paint that I would take my time on and everything and explain my process and how I do things. But as you see, the same gray here, it's the same gray here. All right. It's just I added white to this very same color. Okay. That's all. And like I say, I wanted wood slats to be shown. Okay. But I didn't want them to be overly, overly shown, more or less. So, hey, William. So as I'm looking at things here, I'm contemplating as I'm looking at the dog. For those of you who didn't really get a good picture of the dog, I'll show you the dog once more. And here's the barking rat. Okay. It's some type of dogs. They can be like 30 years old and they still look like they're 6 months old. So that is yonder barking rat. All right. Now, yet it is a obviously white dog, but there's different hues and variations of very light gray going on in there. And anything that's really stark, completely white would be the very last thing you would add on this dog. And I'll show you that, as we move on. Okay. The most important thing about this dog to do when you're doing a dog portrait is obviously the face, capturing its personality. Okay, the little spark in his eye and all that good stuff, you know. So once again, we will work broad and then we'll go into the details once we do the dog. So, but that's what she looks like. Okay. So, That's what it is. Bichon Fierce, or yeah, Fiery, or what do they call it? That's what it is. Yeah, Bichon Fierce, Fierce, or Fierce, or whatever they call that thing. But yes, Bichon. Yes, that's what the little rat is. Bichon. Once again, I think this dog's whole body was the size of my ex-dog's nose. I used to be very good at pronouncing those names. All I know is that it's tiny and white, like a barking speck of dust. But like I would presume it's a very cute, cute animal. And I also showed the instrument that I used to do an exact match of the dog also. As I'm talking to you, I'm contemplating, should I just leave it as the smoky background, or should I put a flower or two in there? I kind of like the smoky background all by itself. Like I said, I don't want to distract really from Muttley. Okay. So, what do you guys think? I think I should just leave it nice and dusky. And if I decide to leave it like that, then I'm gonna go right ahead and just peel this tape off. And I don't think I'll finish this all in one sitting. But what I will do is coat the dog in various forms of very light gray. And I'll get some of the fur patterns going with it. Because technically the dog really shouldn't take that long. Right? But it's all gentle shading. Great purities. Yeah, it's almost Saint Bernard size. It's a very pretty dog. I've seen a couple around. I mean, when I say seen, I mean like in real life. I've seen a few nice dogs. Yeah, I'm thinking the smoky background is yes, Bichon Farsi, whatever the hell the last name is. Yeah, the smoky background is fine, I'm thinking. So what I can do is peel this tape, which is going to be a lot of fun. Like I say, this type of tape, you're not going to get nothing going through it. But man, what a pain in the butt to peel off. This stuff here. And once again, it is not really meant to be a masking type of tape. Okay. Yeah, I must see I'm gonna run into an issue already because it breaks apart extremely easy. It flakes and breaks. And that's what it's doing like right now as I'm peeling it. I want to take it off in one big strip at a time now, but it's breaking off. And it's breaking off in spots I don't want it to. And remember the paint on this, yeah, it's gonna do a lot of that. The paint that's on this isn't really super dry. Ugh. So it does have its setbacks. See, it's breaking off all on its own. It's just splintering off. So once again, it's kind of a pain in the butt, this type of tape. but once again, it blocks the glycerin from seeping through. So it is pretty much a nice fat give and take when you're doing messing around with this type of tape. The masking tape, obviously with a white pencil and a black background, the masking tape isn't really going to cut it. You just can't see the white through the masking tape, quite frankly. Ugh. So that's one of the setbacks of using the tape. Feels like it does splinter off. It's not the most sturdy tape. It blocks what it needs to, but taking it off can be quite annoying. This isn't really technically too bad. I've had a rougher time with different subjects, trust me. All right, I'm looking at it to make sure I didn't leave any surprises around. And I did. I believe I just left one right here. Is that one there? I gotta make I can't tell. No, that's just glycerin there. Okay. Just wanted to make sure it is what I left it to be. There, we can cover that back up. All right. So I'm looking at it, I'm checking it out, and all of that fun stuff. All right, let's take all of this wet tape. Ugh. Like I say, it's not the great box tape. Isn't the greatest masking tape in the world, but it does do what it's set out to do. Now you can see with the dog, even though it's in black, you can see that the mist is definitely behind the animal. Okay, even though it's in black, it's the size of the animal that pushes the animal forward. It works in reverse now. So now the larger dark animal is in front. The white mist, the grayish mist, is in the back. All right. And we have well, it depends on what you're using the tape for. All right. On a black background, it's pretty difficult to use masking. The simple reason of that the masking tape and a white pencil are around the same color. Okay. So, Scotch tape, which is what the box tape pretty much is, it works, but it's not made really for that. It's not made to be very flexible. Okay, I mean it's box tape, and meant to hold things together. Okay, but like I said, nothing seeps through it. I mean, you don't see any spillage going into the animal. All right. Once again, it is just a lot of trial and error. All right. I did order another one of these. Of course, this won't be used, but remember if it was a circle deal, and what you do is that you take this part and you spin it, and there was a metal contraption here that would get larger or smaller. But when it came in the box, it came broken in pieces. So I just bought another one. It'll be here next week sometime. So, but I can still use those pieces, so it's all good. No, no biggie. You know, low sticking tape, I usually have a little issue with because of the glycerin. It seeps underneath. Okay, but if you're using just pure paint, yes, you're more than fine with it. But any type of liquid, um, it's got to stick to a certain amount so it blocks the liquid seeping through it. And that's my issue, is it seeping through underneath the tape. So you need tape that's sticky enough to block that, but also flexible enough that if you cut it, it'll still maintain its shape. So it's a little bit of a hunt to find it. Okay, so let's get some. Let's wipe some of this off. It's just um, uh, it's just what do you call this stuff? Um, Rubbing alcohol. Now, if you hear that sharp scrape, that's because this is a brand new blade on here. So I have to be extremely careful because this brand new blade, if I do it the wrong way, of course, it's going to take off layers of skin. I won't know about it until it's too late. I just want to clean up the area because I won't be using, obviously, a whole lot of colors. It's a white dog, so. All right. Let's get some tissue here. We'll wipe off the rest of this. Yeah, I knew that would happen. It's okay. Downside to using it cleans off the paint. It'll wipe it off, but it also evaporates in record time. So the downsides to using that stuff. Alrighty then. I'm trying to remember if I ever used liquid Frisket. Or I know watercolorists use it. And it does come in like a weird off-white color. I think I may have tried to use that at one point in time, but I think it comes with those little tiny annoying brushes. I need bigger brushes to use that stuff. Or I would just pour it in a container and just seal the container. But yeah. No, I didn't cut myself. I'm very, very well aware of messing up. Okay, we have, now obviously I can make my gray for the dog, whatever color I choose. And I could just do that with this fella here. I could go ahead with the purple and yellow and white for the gray, and I might as well do that because I can get a very nice brown gray, which makes a very cool shadow when I do. Because obviously I'm gonna have to do this animal in layers. Okay, I'm gonna start off with because I do have a photo of the dog right here by me. We'll just use this. We'll mix it with this. We're gonna get a good deal of yellow here. All right, and we'll pop a little bit of purple in that. We'll mix it around, just like that. Which is gonna give me a very bright, warm gray once I add the white in there. See? Like that. So this would be a good shade color for the dog. Okay, so I can block in the dog with this. I know it's pretty unusual to see this color for a white dog. This is how we're gonna block him, her, it in. Hey, Bruce. No, Bruce, I'm not bleeding. No, no, no. I did not cut myself. No, they're doing the running joke thing. But I am going to start to once again block in the old pooch. I can get some of his little fur going. It is just really flicking directionally. And obviously we'll be working this as we move along. And remember, this is an all white dog. I'm just looking more or less of where to put certain things here. I'm not looking to tone anything or whatever. It's just blocking in the pooch. And I'm looking at the photo to where to add some of those little scruffs of hair on her. Some of it's a little more cropped than others. And so I'm looking at the direction. And of course, you know, we're going to fine tune all this as we go on and on and on. Basically, this dog, even though it's all white, whatever, once you get past the initial blocking in stage, all the rest is directional fur. Okay. But for right now, I just want to block in the animal. I'm going to use this different variations of gray to get that done. This isn't as difficult as you would think, really, especially when you initially put all of this in here, for the simple reason that once you trace the dog in, the path of its fur and what's going on is already laid out for you. Okay, like I say, this browny yellow will make a great medium type of shade color for this guy. And then I can get really in depth to where I add those different variations of color very lightly, put it in there, and then work your way to it. All right. The back part of him, I'm going to get that also in here. And I'm going to lightly give it a directional little tuft of hair back there. Okay. I'm looking at certain things here. I'll do it that way. He's got little tufts and things going on in here. Out this way. Little hairball. Like that. I'll read your chat in a second. he has darker shadows that I don't want to ignore. And that's the white you see me dancing, the inside pencil lines that you see me dancing around here. The dark, real darker, the darker stuff is in here. All right, that's what I'm trying to say. Okay. Yeah, things like that can get pretty confusing for dog breeders. You know, Great Dane was born in was bred in Germany. It's not from it's not from it's not a Danish dog at all. It's funny how they come across and all of that type of stuff. Okay, let's take some yellow, a little touch of purple, like that. A little more, a little touch of purple, a little more purple. Just a deeper version of this color, as you can see. And we're going to come in here and we're going to pat some of that shadow in there, like that. You need us a different, and all you do is pat it in. We'll get to the fine tuning of this guy a little later. Pop it right in there. Marry this darker color into the lighter color. Okay, like that. Just put it in there for right now. All right. So as I'm looking at it, he has some of that going on in here, just like this. I'm still looking at little paths and parts here. I'm still looking. I'm running out, but it's all right. It's all right if I run out. It's okay. And see, I'm just blocking in. Now, when you do pets and whatnot, curly hair and all that, I'm establishing a whole lot of tone, a whole lot of stuff that looks like curly stuff. All right, that's what I'm you'll see me doing. That's what I'm up to. I know I didn't have enough. Get a little bit more of this. Not the final part. Not in a long shot. Once again, I'm just blocking this stuff in. Blocking the pooch in. All right. No, need more yellow. A little more yellow. Brighten it up a little bit. All right, that should make it. All right. So we get to our brighter stuff here. Let's wave it out there. Brush it in to his fur a little bit in that direction. Now, I also have to consider the light source because a lot of his fur is almost bleached out. That's when you get to total white, though. We're not there yet, obviously. Well, nowhere near close yet. So right now I'm blocking in what's pretty much, I'll show you. I can see it here on the photo. Obviously you guys can't. All right, so I'm still working out these little differences. Yeah, that's even darker, but we'll get to that. Okay, nothing there. It's dark all in there. That's the brighter, almost washed out area there. Then you get to a little slight shading there and there. Okay, his face. I can get to shading out his face pretty much the same way also. And his ears. Might probably use probably more of a slender brush for that, but I can shade some of that. I'll probably use a little bit of water and we'll glaze some of that. So where it's a little more grayed out, a little deeper in color, I can do that. So all of what you're looking at me do here will be straightened out as we go along. So right now, the color I'm applying now will be the darker, almost shadow-ish like color. For even though obviously it's not, it doesn't look like it's darker. Of course, it's not, but it's a darker variation of the lighter color of his coat. Okay, doesn't look it as of yet. Actually, this side of him is actually darker. So we'll do one of these numbers. I'll just stroke it along here. Actually, it comes cropped that direction. Just like that. Okay. As you can see, slowly getting there. Slowly getting there. Let's do this part. Right underneath his little stash. That's there. Okay. Not much happening here. It's brighter. All right. Let's get some more yellow. A little bit of purple. Touch of white. A little more white. And that should do. Okay. Get up around in here. Once again, I'm just blocking things in here. Going with the flow of the creature's little beastie's hair. Something like so. Friggin' what? Okay. Up around here of his bushy this stuff here. This is funny. But this is the way she looks. I am going to lock it in like so. It comes to a weird point right here, like so. Freaking, I just gotta laugh. People actually bred this on purpose. Now to a point again, right around in there. Just like that. Freaking dog. Good Lord. All right. It's actually brighter here by his nose. And the brightness comes here. Like that. Comes around. Not much going on here except for his little tip. Right around in there like that. We're going to take a little touch of purple. A little bit of yellow. Okay. Freaking dog. Wrap around here. I know it looks weird. It might not even make sense to you. You're blocking in, essentially you're blocking in a bunch of shapes. Okay, essentially. You're blocking in just a bunch of shapes. Right in here, it's a little darker. And I'm pinpointing where these gentle shapes are on the pooch. I'm gonna clean off my brush. See if I can dig up some of this lighter color. If not, I'll put some white in there. Place it. Let's see if I can get it. A little touch of white right back into this other color. Once again, this might not make a lick of sense to you. It just might not, as of yet, but it will. And it's directional also. Like I said, I know nobody's really seen me do this. If you've seen some of my animal portraits, they pretty much all start out like this. You know, so you got a lot of stuff going on. So let me do something for you here. Okay, let's do this. You guys take a good look at the picture there. All right, and then let's see if I got it. Take a look at that. All right. Take a good look. Take a good gander. All right. And we'll come back. All right. And we'll do it again. Take a good look at a puppy. And take a good look. And we'll come right back again. All right. Okay. So, the essence of flopper doodle over here is pretty much there. It's getting there. Okay. So, what I'll do, because I really don't want to spend a lot of time with it today. Don't know if I'll come back and start fine tuning things. And if I do start to fine tune things, the very first thing I'm going to fine tune and do is the face, because I believe the face more or less will be the easier part, at least for me. I did not do anything with the eyes. I don't plan on it. What is it, 406? So it's getting a little darker outside. So you really can't see my face too much. I gotta check out this video to see if the setting's right, if it's still smooth. I have no clue if it is or not. And I didn't know you guys could see the window blinds here. Oh, yeah, you can. You can faintly see, I think, the window blind. What little bit of sunlight we have left. So, but I'll probably end it. Did you just draw it on? I would have traced an outline, but it limits me to size. No, I did trace it. Oh, you weren't here. I'll show it to you one more time. You weren't here for this. Yeah. And yes, that is the sunlight peeking through the shades. So I can clearly see it now. You can see my shadow. Yeah, I'll show it to you again. It's called the Da Vinci Eye. I don't use it too many times. It is on my iPhone, and that's why it's in my other what do you call this? Oh, there it is. It's in my other app section because I don't really use it much. But I don't know if you guys can see it. Oh, here, put it on classic mode. There we go. You guys can't see that unless I go over here. Let me switch it. Okay. Well, anyway, it's here. You should be able to see you see the red, whatchamacallit. All right, and you can probably see my finger there. See my hand? Okay. So I'll just take the dog, put it on the board, and yeah, well, as you can see, the closer I go, the smaller the dog gets, because now I can fit right on top of the lid. But the further I pull it back, the massive the dog becomes. Okay. And you guys can see it now. All right. And I can change the opacity of it and everything. All right. So if I switch it back, all right, pretty much what I did. You guys can't see it because of the reflection, but it's difficult for you guys to see it. Once again, it's all the reflection that you see. But as you see, the further I pull back, you can't see it because it's dead in the way of the if I can block where it's there's no way for me to block that, so you guys can see it darker. I would have to turn on more lights, but I can actually get there it is. That's where the dog is, right there. Okay, so I can actually put it right there. This is where I had it on the stand. Okay, and I just traced it out, and that was all I did. Okay, so everything is the right proportion. Everything is where it's supposed to be according to the sizes of the canvas and the size of the dog. Everything is right there. So, but yeah, I could have drawn it on, sure. But it was just the sake of time. It's just easier and quicker for me to just to trace it and then just go by the photo. I got the photo right here on the side. Okay, so I can go through all of that. All right. Yeah, it's on my phone. The app is called Da Vinci Eye. I'm trying to remember if I had to pay for it or not. I don't remember. I don't think I did. But yeah, it's very easy. I got so many camera stands. I just put the phone attachment on the camera stand, put it right here in front of the board. I tilt it at an angle because this is at an angle. Okay, so I tilt it at an angle so the proportions are right according to the angle of the board. And then I just trace it. Then that's it. Put where the eyes is, the nose, the lips, mouth. You do key features, the eyebrows, certain things. The shading and all that comes with me just looking at the photo itself. Remember, completely white dog. Okay, at least it will appear to look completely white. I'm gonna do the lightest version of gray, and we're going to go right from there. And it still will appear to be a white dog, because the final highlights on the dog and where stuff is a little whited out or bleached out will be titanium white. Okay. But all of this that you see, it will be smoothed out. It's a series of strokes going in one direction. So for a dog painting, this is not terribly too difficult. I'll show you how to do the fur patterns. You're not going to sit there and paint every single strand of fur. You're going to do it in clumps, and you're going to do it in directions, and you're going to do it in different hues, and you'll see the animal starting to clean up and be built up. Okay. Painting stuff on the edge, that's kind of the easy part, you know. The most important part really of this whole animal is his face right in here. That's the part right all in here. All right. That will make or break your painting. Believe it or not. That will make or break your painting. And then next after that, because we be visual creatures, and you're going to see the patterns and the patches of fur, where they line up, which direction they're going in. Okay, very important. Remember, this is an all-white dog, so you're going to have different hues of shades of gray in there, and the final deciding color obviously will be titanium white, which will be the very last thing you put on. All right. Yeah, there's two different versions of how you can use this app. They got one way of doing it where it fixes the picture, okay. And then if the picture is if the painting or the picture is going to be very larger than what you got on your camera, it can fix a set point, and all you do is move your camera. It's the strangest thing. You sketch out wherever it is, but when you run out of room, all you gotta do is move the camera. And it doesn't move. The picture will still stay on the camera. Okay, it's not like you have to align the line. No, you just move it and you keep on doing. You move it again. You just keep going. Somehow it just keeps the original drawing right there, and you're just it fixes it to where you have it, and then you move it around, and you still got the best proportions. It's just for photos that are oversized, that are really big. Okay, or you can just do like I did. You take your two fingers, you can zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. You know, once you get it at your fixed point, zoom out, zoom in, and then you sketch it. And then after you outline it, then you paint it. Okay, and it's very simple. So, okay, that's what it is. Okay, one-time payment. Yeah, because I've had it for 2-3 years. Okay, but yeah, I paid the price for it, and I believe I got it on this phone. I think I got it on one of the Androids too. I believe I do. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I can put it on one of my tablets if I wanted it on there. I know, you know, like I say, you know, they know it's you or whatever, your email and whatnot. But yeah, so yeah, I did put it on the iPhone. So I, you know, it's been a few years, so I couldn't remember if I had to pay for it or not. But I only used it a few times ever since I had it. But it does come in handy if I have to do something like this. All right. All right, my stomach's growling. I gotta go hunt down something to eat here. I don't know who will be on later on in the evening. So this video will be part 1. I'll get everything set for video part 2. Yeah, it is getting darker because you guys don't see me at all. So let's see. I don't know if you guys can see me that well. And I don't know if I'm going to, oh yeah, that's the ring light. The glitter you see on this side, obviously, is the glycerin, but it's also the ring light. So I don't know what it look like if I put the other light on. So I believe you guys can see me a lot better also. But none of this is important. What's going to be important is all of this in here. All right. The glycerin, it will be dry eventually. No big deal. All right, guys. I will call it a day for right now. Like I said, I don't know who's on later on. What's today? Tuesday? Monday? Tuesday? Monday? Tuesday. So if I don't know who's going to be on tonight. Doris is live tonight. Okay. No problem, sweetheart. I know it's getting pretty late for you out there. Okay. Should be about 10:15 for you now. Doris must be on at what, 7 o'clock or so. Something like that. And Bruce, you'll be on in a couple hours. 7 o'clock. 6 or 7. So, all right. Well, guys, I appreciate you guys sticking through, and even if I had to go get somebody a jump, it happens, you know. It's our neighbor in front, so his car, he's gonna need another battery because we're gonna drop way below zero tonight. So, yeah, they're gonna have to get another battery. I think they're gone now, so they might be getting another battery. If they're wise, they're gonna get another battery, or they're gonna go through the same thing. So, my truck has the bigger, more powerful battery and brand new, so I gave them a jump. It started in a couple seconds, but yeah, it's gonna get Arctic cold for the next few days out here, so it's gonna be crazy. All right, enough yakking. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you. Try to get this outro over here. And I shall see you when I see you. Don't know if it's going to be later this evening or tomorrow morning. It all depends how I feel and what's going on. But I'll see you guys over there at Doris or at Bruce's actually. I should be back by the time he's on. All right. I shall see you when I see you. There'll be a part 2. Peace.